Welcome to Tattletale. Here's today's story. I tracked every difficult interaction at work for 7 days. Here's the system I ended up using. For years I thought I just had terrible luck with coworkers and bosses. One boss rewrote every email I sent. One teammate nodded in meetings, then pushed a different plan by email. One client went missing for a week and came back furious that nothing got done. It always felt random, like I was walking through a minefield. Last month, I tried something new. I wrote down every single difficult interaction for a week. Just quick notes in my phone. By day 3, I realized it wasn't random at all. It was the same patterns on repeat. The controller needs to feel in charge. The critic needs recognition but only knows how to give negativity. The avoider runs from responsibility. The passive type says yes, does no. Different faces, same scripts. Once I saw that, I started experimenting with how I responded. Here are a few things that actually worked. 1. With controllers, give them choices, not fights. Controllers panic if they feel powerless. Instead of arguing, I started offering them 2 clear options. Example, boss wanted to rewrite my slides. I said, I made 2 versions, which one do you prefer? He still felt in control, and my work didn't get trashed. 2. With critics, ask for specifics. Critics love tearing down in general. What shuts them down is asking, okay, what would make this better? Forces them into problem solving instead of nitpicking. Half the time, they run out of steam because it's easier to criticize than fix. 3. With avoiders, put things in writing. Avoiders vanish when responsibility shows up. I started confirming everything in email or chat. Just to confirm, you'll send the draft by Thursday, right? Now when they disappear, there's a paper trail. Bosses notice. It's not on me anymore. 4. With passive people, call the yes bluff politely. They'll nod along in meetings and block you later. What worked for me? Before we wrap up, can you repeat back the next steps you're taking? Sounds harmless, but it forces them to commit in front of the group. Way harder to backtrack later. 5. With victim types, acknowledge once, then move on. These are the people who always say, this isn't fair, why me? I learned not to debate it. I just say, I hear you. Let's focus on what we can do next. They get their dose of sympathy, but the conversation moves forward instead of looping forever. After a week of logging, I stopped seeing difficult people as random landmines. They were just running predictable scripts. And once you know the script, you can choose a better response. Not saying this makes work drama-free, but it made my days a lot less stressful. Anyone else tried something like this? If this resonates, I've pinned a longer guide on my profile that breaks down the full system I use for dealing with complicated people.